Morning, YouTube. Today we're going to be talking about the song Use Me by Bill Withers. If you were around in 1972, Bill Withers stormed onto the scene. A working class guy who played guitar, soul, and blues songs. Recorded for the BBC, recorded in the United States, in LA. Great songs. As before, I am going to play you a snippet of the song, and then I'm going to break down the song for you. Now, the guitar is in standard tuning. There are really no effects on it. There's maybe a tad of reverb, but he did not use many. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about how to play this great tune. As I mentioned before, Bill Withers was a great blues guitarist and a very soulful singer. This particular song is very simplistic. It only has 2 chords, but it is very complex in its vocalisms and also in the strumming patterns that it uses. The 2 chords that are used is an E minor 7th, no 5th, and an A 7th. And let me show you how to play those 2 chords. An E minor 7th is made by putting your middle finger on the 7th fret of the A string and your ring finger on the 7th fret of the G string. And then you put your pinky finger on the 8th fret of the B string. Now, you're going to strum all the strings. Kind of an odd sounding chord, but it sounds great when you're strumming it. The A 7th is a bar A 7th on the 5th fret. You put your fingers, your first finger all across all the strings on the 5th fret. Then you put your ring finger on the 7th fret of the A string, and then your middle finger on the 6th fret of the G string. Okay, so you got the chords down, 2 chords. The strumming pattern of the song is critical to get down. You got to get this down, so it's. And I'll slow it down a little bit, but the intro starts out this way, really trying to set the beat for the entire song, synchronized with the drummer. Large strokes, strumming, setting the pattern, percussive. And he does that 3 times to really start the song. Now, in a lot of his recordings, he's got a keyboard and a guitarist playing along with it, and they're doing a lot of the little lead licks in this particular song. And one of those lead licks is and you recognize that, and it's really an intro. It's a lead lick that takes you into the A 7th chord. And so for solo acoustic guitar, what I think is a good way to play this is by putting your fingers in an E minor 7th, no 5th position, which I just showed you there. And then you can use your pinky finger and your first finger to get that little lead lick so that it sounds like you're playing that lead lick. Now, that's probably the most important lead lick of the song. Listen to how I play that. It sort of takes you into the A7. The next little lick, and I usually don't play it in my version. I may throw it in every once in a while. I believe the keyboard plays this part, and it's really sort of it's another advanced A7th lick, and it goes. So it's almost like you're answering. So it's. Now, I normally don't throw that in there all the time because the timing on that is really hard to get from that little lick to an A7. Okay? So I usually just play it the other way. It's sort of implied. Now, if you have another guitarist or a keyboard, they can fill in that little lick. Okay. So all the verses, all the lines of the verses are that same way. So you're doing the, my friend, feel it's their appointed duty. Now, you can see that little lick is sort of answering his singing vocalizations that are really syncopated to this particular song, and every line is like that. You got to listen to the recordings to really get that down. But it's great fun to sing this and then play that little lead line. But doing it from this position makes it possible. Okay, so all the lines of the chorus or all the lines of the verse are like that. Now, the chorus itself is interesting because it's really just an A7 that's been muted. So and I'll play it first and then we'll talk about it. He's actually keeping percussiveness with the drummers playing at the same time. Okay? And that really comes in after the last line of the verse, so it's I wanna spread the news. If it feels it's good getting used, I'll just keep on using me. Again, percussive, till you use me up. And the last line, after the last line, until you use me up, then you go back into the E minor 7th and do the little riff. Do it twice, actually, until you use me up. Now, the second verse is exactly the same as the first. My big brother sit me right down and he talked to me. Okay, another chorus with the percussive A7th. And then another third verse, same thing, do it with the little A minor 7th, no 5th. And then he's going to do sort of a double chorus. He's going to do the regular chorus, which is the one that he repeats 3 times in the song. And then he ends up staying on A7th, talking about, and this is sort of an outro, talking about you using me. It all depends on what you do. It ain't too bad the way you're using me. Sure, I'm using you for the things you do. And he just stays on this for the outro. And just repeats that last line. And that's the way he ends the song. Just sort of fades out on that. Okay, folks, that's how you play the song Use Me by Bill Withers. A great blues tune and just a great strumming tune. Getting that strumming down is key to this particular song. As before, if you have any questions about this video or any of the videos that I've made, go ahead and leave me a question or a comment at my YouTube channel and I'll get back with you when I can. So, as before, have a great day and we'll catch you later.